Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, February 28th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update, and we should be good to go. One last thing here. Uh, Good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Sent out. All right. All right, guys, as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start market liquidity over here on the daily chart. Here, there, 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 and there. Go down to the 8-hour chart. Some more levels right here. Going down to the 4-hour chart. On down to the 2-hour chart. Going down to the 1-hour chart. Going down to the 30-minute chart. We'll change this color to red. Going down to the 15. Going down to the 10-minute. And it looks like we're good to go. All right, so back to the 1 minute over here. As you guys can see from the chart, the closest level of liquidity is currently where price is at right now. I mean, it looks like it just got hit, so I guess this year is going to be irrelevant for now. However, the lower level below is going to be at 38,847, and the level above is going to be at 38,942. So if you guys are looking for liquidity, there goes liquidity on the chart. Going over to our main chart, or not our main chart, our clean chart, I'm going to mark up 6:30, mark up 8 o'clock, markup structure over here on the 4 hours time frame. We have a resistance up here. Price is currently bouncing off a 4-hour support, going down to the 1-hour time frame. We have another resistance right here. And that's about it. So the 4-hour resistance lines up with the 1 hour. Going back to the 1 minute over here, you can see that price is currently rejecting off the 4-hour resistance. So put that down right here. Kind of similar setup to yesterday. And we got that set up. Lastly, let's go to our main chart. So I believe we had news this morning. We had news at 4 o'clock, 5:30. That's about it. So 4 o'clock and 5:30. There's more news at 7:30. But again, guys, just a heads up. This is going to be a short session. I'm going to be on until about 7. Hopefully, we'll get both of the breakouts from now until then. We'll probably get the PRB because that only happens between 6:30 and 7 anyways. However, the breakout V3, we'll see if we can get that as well. So we had news over here at 4 o'clock and 5:30. So news over here at 4 o'clock, I mean, there wasn't very much volatility, but you can see the volatility started picking up right here at 4 o'clock. So we're gonna mark that up right there. 4 o'clock, 5:30 when the market started getting a little crazy over here. And that's pretty much it. There's more news at 7:30, but we won't be live during that time, so it's a bit irrelevant for us. So I'll mark up, I will mark up opening price once it opens. But that looks like about it, guys. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, February 28th. It is 6:27 right now. Let's see what's here so far. Morning, Shannon. Morning, Nick. Morning, CJ. Morning, Jeff. Morning, Nikki. Morning, Maria. Morning, Daniel. Morning, everybody. Just a reminder, guys, I mainly apply the breakout strategies. That's just my trading plan right now. There's nothing wrong with any of the other strategies, but it's up to you whether you want to take the breakouts with me or not, right? You just have to keep in mind that if you want to take the breakouts, you have to take every breakout, or you don't have to. So either if you want to do what I'm doing and following my trading plan, you have to take every breakout that comes up. That means if every PRB comes up or if every breakout V3 comes up, if you want to have consistency, you have to take every entry. If you just want to take the PRB, that's fine. Just take the PRB, but don't take the BV3. If you want to take the BV3 and not the PRB, then just take the BV3, right? What I'm trying to get across here is that you need to have some sort of consistency. You can't just take PRBs one day and then not take them one day and then, because the win rate for the breakouts are 1-to-1, or they're above a 50% win rate. So I've done the math with, I think, Nick yesterday. The win rate for the PRB, if you were only taking the PRB, the win rate is about 60% from now and from when we started using it, which was on January 28th. So January 28th till February 28th, full month, it's at about a 60% win rate for just the PRB. If you factor in the BV3, then the win rate goes a bit higher. However, that's how it works. If you're doing a 1-to-1 strategy, your win rate has to be above 50% to be profitable, long-term, weekly, monthly, etc. So basically, if you want to take the breakouts with me, you have to choose one or the other, take both, or don't take either of them and just take the scalps. Because these strategies are different compared to the normal scalps, right? You guys got to keep that in mind. The normal entries have a very high win rate. The breakouts don't have a high win rate, but they have a bit higher profit potential. So, all right, guys, market is about to open over here. We're having a huge dump in price right here, pre-market. I don't know what's going on pre-market, but it's having a huge jump. No breaking news here from CNBC, so we'll come back and take a look at that, but it is dumping pretty heavy right here. The ATR is currently 11, not very high, but that dump in price right there was about 30 points. All right, so I'm gonna mark up opening price right there. Currently, we have a bearish trend. So we're gonna be looking for a sell over here right now, currently for the PRB, if we do get one. All right, so liquidity got hit, guys, depending on which level you guys wanted to take. There's 2 levels here that got hit, full TPs for both sides. So if you guys just take liquidity there, full TP on that first level and full TP on the next one. Looks like Maddie over here caught it, so nice work, Maddie. There goes the liquidity right there. Going back to our PRB entry, we have the first criteria lined up right here, guys. So we have the first criteria for rejection right there on the 6:30 candle. Price is still dumping right now. Looks like we might get space on this candle right here. There's not going to be any breakout V3 yet because we currently have a sell signal at the moment. So there's just no breakout V3s that will come up for a sell here because we don't have any pending momentum for a sell. If we get a double body or double wick from the bottom and a buy signal that pushes right back up, then that'll be a breakout V3 for a buy, and we'll be looking for that as well. But over here at the PRB, so we currently have the rejection right here. That's going to be step one. Looks like we'll be getting space right here. So it'll be step two. Space or consolidation, whatever you want to consider it, it's the same thing. You just want to look for a sideways movement here. All right, so we have rejection. We have a bearish trend. Prices below the pivots. Trend meter is red. Pivots are angling down. So we're looking for a sell here for the PRB. We had a rejection off structure right here on the first opening candle. We have some space right here, or some more space. Price is probably going to go sideways here for a bit. The next step that we're looking for is for price to retrace back up and come back down. Right, once we get that, that's going to be the PRB entry. So just pay attention, guys. Don't get distracted because this entry might come up pretty quick. So I'm looking for price to push up, reject off the structure, which is a pivot, and come back down. If I get that, that's going to be the PRB entry. So it might happen right here. If we get a wick rejection off any of these levels, this is going to be the PRB entry. So just keep that in mind. I'm looking for a wick rejection off the pivots. It looks like we're getting right there. There goes the PRB entry. PRB entry is right there, currently running. Set this up right here.
Order submitted.
All right, so it's currently running. All right, full TP for the PRB right there. Amount, full TP. See if all my accounts got it.
Order filled.
Yeah, so I had to pull out manually because it spiked too quick. I got partial on it. I got 550 on that trade. It's supposed to make 625, but it's all good. Made for the most part 550 on that trade. There goes the PRB. So this is why I say you guys have to take every PRB, right? Because yesterday's PRB lost, this PRB won. So we're basically at break even for the week. So you guys got to understand that. Like, if you guys can't get scared, you guys can't miss any trades, because if you guys miss the trades, you're not going to be back at break even. I'm at break even for the week so far because we had a break even day on Monday. Yesterday we had a losing PRB, no breakout V3. Today we had a winning PRB entry. So now I'm at break even, right? So I'm cool for the week, break even. If the next breakout V3 hits, then I'm going to be in profit for the week. So you guys got to look at this from a long-term perspective, right? You can't think about, oh, I'm just going to have wins every single day. Most days are going to be break even. So you're going to have break even days, and then you're going to have win days scattered throughout the week, throughout the month. And hopefully by the end of the month, you'll be in profit, net profit. That's typically what we're aiming for. Going for about a 1% risk on all of these trades. So, to pass Apex, you need about a 6% profit goal, I believe. And that's going to get you funded within a month, hopefully. CJ said it came up right when you said not to get distracted. Yeah, it came up pretty quick. So the PRBs come up like that. So we had a rejection right there. We had space, another rejection right there, and that's the entry for the PRB. So that's it with the PRB for the day, guys. PRB hit its full TP. We're now looking for the next entry here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this so that you guys can see where the entry came up. And now we're going to be looking for the breakout V3. There's a double body right here, so we might get a breakout V3 for a buy pretty soon. All right, I'm just going to put this in real quick. GRB full TP. Now we are looking for next entry. Yeah, Maddie said he thinks price is going to manipulate to the upside. Yeah, I can see that. So let's check that right here. Update from CNBC says Dow falls for a third straight day, losses more than 200 points as traders await fresh data this week. So price might just swing right back up right now because of that news. So we got a double body rejection right here off the lower low. This is going to establish support. So if this establishes support, then we'll look for price to climb its way up. We're looking for a buy signal followed by a green candle. If we get that, then this will be a buy entry for the breakout V3. All right. All right, price is currently below the 4-hour resistance right now. Or this was support. I don't like the resistance here. It's currently below. I mean, so here's the thing. If price swings back up, it's probably going to push right back up to the support level. If it does push up. So it's kind of what we'll look for there. But again, there's nothing here yet. We do have the lower low right here, and it is a V1 pattern. This is actually a really good pattern. Whenever we get a V1 pattern off a lower low or a higher high, typically it's going to establish as a support level or a resistance level. So this could be good. We just have to, we just gotta wait. All right. Other than that, there's no other entries here. So there's no other V1 patterns or there's no other V1 entries or breakout V3 continuations. I mean, this is pretty much going to align with our entry here. So we're just looking for a buy signal to come up. We're basically looking for price to climb up here, provide a buy signal, and continue up higher. And then we're going to try to get that entry somewhere in between there, if possible. I mean, it's not necessary, but that's kind of what we're waiting for here. The ATR is currently 17, so it's pretty decent. It's not great. It's not horrible, but it's just right where it should be, 17. So here, let me take a screenshot of my account so far so that you guys can see. I just got hit with fees, of course, like I mentioned. You're going to get hit with fees, and then also I can get the full profit on this trade, but I'm at break even for this week. Show you guys my profit so far. All right, so here are my profits so far for the week. I'm just being 100% transparent with you. All I'm doing is taking the breakout. So yesterday was a loss, today was a win. I'm at break even. So right here, I made some profit, 550 on my main account. The other accounts made about 500, 525. I had to close out a little early because my entry just wasn't where it was supposed to be. It kind of executed a little late, which is completely fine. I was supposed to make 625. If I made 625 on that trade, I would have been in profit, but it's all good. So you can see over here, this is my weekly P&L is down like $100. This is only because of the fees from yesterday. I paid commissions yesterday, paid commissions today, but I'm at break even with regard to wins and losses. So win for the day across all my accounts, slightly in the red for the week because of the fees that I paid for yesterday's trade and today's trade. So I'm coasting, guys. This is why I tell you guys that, you have to have a trading plan. You can't get scared. Like a lot of people were kind of worried about the PRB yesterday because it lost, but it won today. So it just brought me back to break even. So, you just have to look at things from a different lens. If you guys are scared to trade, then, trading just might not be for you. You have to understand that you're not going to win every single day. Your win rate isn't always going to be super high, especially if you're doing a one-to-one. But yeah, if win rate bothers you, then you probably shouldn't take the breakouts. Just stick to the normal scalps because your win rate will stay high, but you still have to stick to the game plan. So whether you want to take the normal scalps, whether you want to take the breakouts, whether you want to take both of the breakouts or one or the other, it's just really up to you, right? You're in control of your account. You have to make a decision whether your trading plan follows 1 entry, 2 entries, 3 entries, 4 entries, 5 entries, etc. But once you have that trading plan, you just have to stick to it. So let's see, Jonathan said my Wi-Fi gave out. Did I miss anything? Yeah, unfortunately, you missed the PRB right here, Jonathan, that we took. So the PRV is already done, hit its full TP. We're now looking for the breakout V3. All right, so we still have the V1 pattern right here. We have a pending buy signal right here. Price is currently sitting at the opening price. Let's go to our main chart. There's not really any red flags in this area aside from opening price. So we might have opportunity here for the entry for the breakout V3. We just need this buy signal to close. Once the buy signal closes, we'll have opportunity here to look for the next buy or a green candle. And once we have that, we can take this for the breakout V3. So we have this pending buy signal right here, and we wait for it to close. There's no entry here yet. No buy signal. So again, guys, we're just waiting. We're waiting for that buy signal to close. Once it closes, we'll start looking for entry, but until it closes, there's not going to be any entry here yet. So it can close invalid, that's fine. If it closes invalid, but we have the buy signal there, this is completely fine. This still qualifies as opportunity for a breakout V3. We had price over here basically double retest the low, which is now the support. We had a low right here established. We had price come back and retest. This is a double bottom. So we have some confluences here looking good for a buy. Double bottom rejection right here. We're now looking for the buy signal to provide confirmation of direction. Once we have direction of bullish momentum, we're going to look for a confirmation of continuation. Once we have that continuation, we'll be looking for price to continue climbing up, right? So this is basically the pattern that happened. Price came up, double bottom. We're looking for momentum here, continuation, and that's where our entry is going to come up. So first and foremost, we need to get the buy signal. If there's no buy signal, then there's no entry. 6:43 right now, guys. So I'm gonna have to get out pretty soon by 7. 1 second. All right, still no buy signal. We got 22 seconds left on this candle. We had a lot of time. The volatility here is getting a little slower, but just pay attention, guys. Like I mentioned earlier, you can't take your eyes off the chart if you're taking these breakouts because these breakouts can happen super quickly. You just got to focus on that buy signal. Once the buy signal closes, make sure you don't take your eyes off the chart because that's going to make the decision whether you get the trade or you miss the trade, right? It's okay to kind of hang back right now, but once the buy signal comes up and it closes, don't take your eyes off the chart because you're looking for that green candle to follow. Volatility here is starting to die down quite a bit. It's now down to 15 ATR. It was at 17 earlier, 16, now 15, now back to 16. You can see prices pretty much going sideways right here. Here's our clean chart. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark up some structure. I think there's structure down here. There we go with the support. We got another buy signal here pending. It's just the volatility here has been kind of trash, guys. If you guys have noticed this for the past, months or so for February, the volatility here just has not been good. So hopefully this holds here with the buy signal. If not, then we have to wait again for another buy signal to come up. Looks like it's going to close. All right, so we have the buy signal here. Now we're looking for a green candle. If this candle closes green, this is going to be entry for the breakout V3. Again, the candle has to close green. Don't get in early. Unless you know for sure the candle's going to close green, like the candle's obviously green, then obviously you can get in like a second or 2 seconds early. If it doesn't, then you have to wait for it to close green. I can't emphasize it enough. I've made mistakes in the past where I've gotten in a little too early. A lot of people have done too. You just have to make sure that the candle closes green, guys. Because the volatility here is just kind of choppy. So we got 20 seconds left here. The candle's not for sure green yet. You can't really tell for sure until like maybe the last, 10 seconds or so. We got about 10 seconds coming here. The candle looks like it could close green, but again, you want to make sure. So this candle is going to close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Candle closed green. And there is the entry for the breakout V3.
Order submitted.
It is running. Following it here. Again, I'm gonna follow it manually because if it hits my TP, I don't know if my entry got in perfect. I might have to close out again if it's TP and I'm not able to get out at proper price. All right, so now we wait. Now we wait. I'll have to adjust my TP a little bit. It's supposed to be at 71. All right, so I adjusted it to link up with actual price here. I got in a little, not at the best price. So I got in at price that wasn't super good. I was off by like a few points because I got in like at a second early or something like that. But it's all good. All right, so now I'm just gonna let the trade run. Got the TP set right. And this is what I like about trading futures is that you can set the exact price. Whatever price here on TradingView is, you can set it on an NinjaTrader or TradeOvate, whatever you want to trade it. The price isn't going to fluctuate. It's going to be where it needs to be and where it's supposed to be. So TP is at 38,871. Stop loss is at 38,821. And we're just gonna let the trade run. Let's see. So the volatility is super low. Typically, this will push right away, but with the volatility so low right now, let's take a look at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently, we're down 181 points, but with the news right here, price will likely maybe push up. We have news coming up over here at 7:30, which is, it's got a lot of time. So the news at 7:30. Right now it's 6:48. Retail sentiment is currently 72% short. This indicates that 72% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy. Trade's currently still running. Looking over here at the technicals. Technicals are so all the short-term technicals are currently bearish right now, looking like price wants to push to the upside though. So technicals on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute are all bearish. 30 minutes bearish. 1 hour is bearish. 4 hour is switching. It's currently neutral at the moment, but this doesn't really affect us too much because we're on the 1 minute time frame. Other than that, here's the main chart. There's no red flags in this area. But again, if price decides to climb up, we're looking for it to push above the pivots here and make a full-on transition to the upside. So not really too much to really work with here. So what I would personally like to see here on the 1 minute is I'd like to see some wick rejections off the structure, off the pivots, and continuous pushes to the upside. So we have a rejection here. I'd like to see this reject off the pivot, come back up, reject off the pivot, come back up, reject off the pivot, and then continuously climb to the upside. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. We have some nice rejections off the pivots right here. But again, there's just no direction because the volatility is so low. So you guys can see over here, the volatility is currently 15 ATR. It's pretty low right now. So if anything, price might just go sideways like we've seen in the past. It just might churn for a while and then eventually swing right back up. All right, so like I said, guys, waiting game. Literally waiting game right now. Let's see. It's pulling back right here. Well, we'll see if it swings back up from here. It's going to go sideways. There's not really too much going on here. So here's the only problem here is that it came up to the 4 hour support level, which is now the resistance. And that's kind of where it bounced off of. So this is kind of like what I was alluding to earlier. So I said if price pushes up, it's probably going to push back into the 4-hour resistance, which is exactly what happened. So price was pushing up from here. I was hoping we get the breakout B3 down here, because if we did, we'd be able to ride this up to the resistance level, right? This is kind of what I alluded to earlier. I said, okay, if we get the entry down here, great, because it's going to push up to this level here, the 4-hour resistance. Now it did push up to the level, it's rejecting off it. So the only problem here is that we're caught in the range. So we're caught in this back and forth movement over here, right, of the range. And our TP is past the resistance level up here. Okay, so this is actually a good sign right here. We have a double wick rejection right here. So we have another support level that's getting established. Hopefully this just climbs its way right back up. But I mean, again, we're stuck in between a bigger range. So this is a big range. And if this here establishes and it didn't establish, it pushed down a little further. This here is we had a double wick, now we don't. I can't wait for February to be done. I feel like this whole month has kind of been like this, where the volatility just been kind of low. All right, unfortunately, stop loss got hit on the breakout B3. So today's a break-even day. We're net half a loss for this week because so yesterday we had a loss. And then this broke even, and then now we're net half loss because there's only one trade yesterday. So we're net half loss for this week. We still have 2 days to trade, but there goes the breakout B3 for a loss, unfortunately, and the PRB for a win. So today's a break-even day. If you didn't take the trade yesterday, this is a break-even day for you. Yeah, we'll just continue on with the week. So, all right, guys, if there's any questions, feel free to pop into the chat. I'm going to post this up as a loss for the day. It's a break-even day for Wednesday today. Win for the PRB, loss for the BB3. And this is kind of what I mentioned to you guys in the past. Most of your days are going to be either break-even, some days are going to be wins, and then very few days are going to be complete losses. So today we had one win, one loss. It's a break-even day. And if you just keep consistently taking break-even days and winning days, by the end of the week or by the end of the month, you should be in profit. So it's all good. Let's see. Maria over here said she took a partial by mistake. She took 1030. Okay, Maria. So if you did that, then I guess you got out in profit then early, right? Because it did push up 10 points. Yeah, we've had this pretty much all February. It's been in a range. So this is why we've been having a lot of break-even days. Once the market starts to trend more directional, like we have a lot of bullish pushes or a lot of bearish pushes, then we'll have a lot of winning days because that's when the breakout B3 and the PRB will go in the same direction. So today we had opposite directions. The PRB was for a sell and the breakout B3 was for a buy. We don't really like trades like that go opposite of each other. We want trades to go in the same direction because we're trading, in one direction for the day. But unfortunately, this trade over here didn't play out like that, and it ended up break even. So I'll put this into the data. I think what might happen here, or what I'm starting to notice is that maybe we shouldn't be trading opposite of each other with regard to the entries. But I mean, who knows? We have to keep pulling data. We don't have enough data yet to really factor this in. So today's a break-even day, guys. Unfortunately, it's better than a full loss day, right? It's better than having both a loss on a PRB and a BB3. Today it's just a slow week. So for me personally, I have one net loss or one net partial loss because I was at break even and now I'm back at half a loss for the week because there was no trade yesterday for the BB3, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Looking at my account here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so my total P&L for the day is negative 200, which is basically fees again. Fees plus one partial loss or one half loss from yesterday. But all right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, let's see our team profit so far. So we have Terrence over here, total profit of 643 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts. So he has well over, say, 5,000 for the day. Nice work, Terrence. Maddie over here, total profit of 150 for the day. Total profit of 3,600. We have Andrew over here, total profit of 10,977 on his funded accounts. Nice work, Andrew. We have Maddie here, more profits, total profit of 6,840, all wins. We have Kenneth here, total profit of 700 for the day, all wins as well, or 700 per account. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts, well over 3,000 for the day. And I think that's about it. Yeah, so Nick over here said his weekly P&L is negative 67 and negative 42 just because of commissions. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty much a break-even week so far. I was hoping we'd start to pick up this week, but I mean, it's all good. You guys can see how the market's currently moving. It's just going back and forth. It's just kind of, it's annoying because there's no direction. If we had more direction, a lot of these trades would hit back to back. So, the main goal here, guys, again, is to stay afloat, right? You want to stay afloat and you don't want to blow your account. You just want to stay afloat until those hot streaks hit, because those hot streaks are going to come up eventually, right? We have March starting, what is tomorrow? Friday. So on Friday is March 1st. Hopefully March is going to be a good month. I think it will be. February is typically a slow month for us. It's a lot of consolidation, sideways movement. The only difference between the February last year and the February this year is that we didn't take very many trades, right? So if you look at the spreadsheet from last year, February, we only took about 12 trades, right? That's a big difference between this year and last year. Last year in February, we had a 92% win rate, but we only took 12 trades. This year, we're currently at about 15 trade or 16 trades now, because we took 2 trades today. So we took 2 trades here. We're at 16 trades. The more trades you take, it's going to hit your win-loss ratio, of course. But I'm glad that February is about to be done tomorrow, and then March is going to pick back up, because you can see over here in March, we had 20 trades. We had a lot of wins over here, a lot of profit. So I'm hoping we go through this big green win streak over here in March, just like we did last year. And hopefully the market does pick back up and we have some nice volatility. So, all right, guys, I got to run. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. Tomorrow, we'll be back to our normal schedule. So we'll be back to a full live session from 6:30 to 8. And we'll have our mentoring session right there as well. We'll cover Tuesday, Wednesday, and also Thursday, all in one mentoring session. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back